Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
So we definitely made a big mistake.
We did.
We actually asked AI to analyze us.
Yes, we did.
And the strange thing is robots actually have an opinion.
They do, which I guess walking around in our pockets or, purses or butts, because I keep mine in my back pocket. They listen to a lot of shit. Hey, I made a pun.
Well, the thing is the one thing is they told me you're searching for a version of Jen that never had to earn her right to exist by being useful.
And that one hit.
Excuse me, sir. This is a Wendy's.
Yeah. I need my Frosty, please. And I'm going to be Frosty if you keep talking like that.
I mean, and one thing that I think that really hit hard, that was a line that hit hard because I think that perhaps sometimes I mistake love for being useful. Like I have to be useful and maybe loved. I don't really understand love because I've always just been useful. I don't know. Is that weird? No, but it's a weird feeling. But
we talked about this when we went on our quest the other day. You and I were talking and I had said something. You turned around and had said to me that exact thing. Like our time together or whatever, our friendship isn't based on usefulness. It's based on this realness. And I was like, there it is. It's
just weird for me. But I mean, I think about in every facet of my life, that's probably true. Because even in my jobs, I have pushed myself to go above and beyond because for some reason, I just need to be useful.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even like I just want to be able to be depended on. I want everybody to know that I'm willing to learn, that I'm, I don't know.
That I'm a team, I'm a team player. Like I have that too.
Well, and it's so hard because I put like so much of myself into it. And then like when something goes awry or something goes wrong, I feel so just gutted.
I'd like it, like you take it as a personal failure to yourself.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. The same thing. If I plan something out and it doesn't go 100% of how I planned it in my head, I feel like, even if it's something I'm doing for somebody else, I'm like, I let them down because I couldn't deliver what I thought. And I might have not even shared what I was thinking for them.
Well, it's just crazy how freaking oh my God, I can't.
Specific.
The bot actually was. And I mean, I use my AI bot for like random things. I will ask to sort out thoughts. I will ask to help. I actually asked it one time to help me schedule like a girls' weekend trip in Vegas. And it's really cool because it gives you like a whole timeline. It breaks down how much you'd pay for each flight and which area each person was coming from. It was just so cool. And I mean, it's cool the things it can do.
Oh, definitely.
But I've also asked it other questions like, whenever a situation happens at work, legally, how has this happen? Or what kind of approach do you think I should have? Or this is what I want to say. How do I say it professionally?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a lot of the questions that I ask it. And I know that's kind of silly, but AI is becoming so prevalent.
You can have
it's terrifying
anything now. An online anything. That's where we're at.
I know, but it's completely terrifying. I'm not going to lie.
No, it is.
AI is kind of scary because we never know what's going to happen.
We saw a robot.
I just got, I can't even remember something we were talking about the other day. And then I literally got a pop-up for it today. Like,
because our phone is listening.
I'm telling you, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like as I asked these questions, there was a lot of things that kind of hit and they made me really think about myself because I don't know. But I know that Kelly, AI said you're just afraid of success.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I mean, I would actually say sometimes I do self-sabotage myself. And this, I don't know, maybe it has something to do with myself. Maybe, I don't know, because I want to be useful and but then I feel like if there isn't a reason for you to be like, I can't let them go, or I can't let her go, or whatever, even though like the usefulness is there, but I need to be needy enough too, so that I benefit from the usefulness.
I guess I could see that.
Some way to, and I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. You told me that was ridiculous. You're afraid of spiders in tax season.
I thought, and I did, and you had told, and we did talk about that, and then I thought about it. And I said, you know what? I am afraid.
Well, as you were talking about to your bot and asking them these questions, what were different things to you, like statements that it made that really made you stop and think? Like, was there some that really stuck out to you whenever you had your conversation with yours?
A couple times it was just like, why do you feel, and it was always, why do you feel your worth or value is tied to this, or this action you can provide, this financial thing you can provide, this benefit for whoever? Why do you feel that is your only use? And I mean, I was like, no, I have other uses than that. Like,
okay, so good question. Why did that bother you? Because
you know what? Not for nothing, it's true. And I do think like that. I mean, I made a whole, anyways, but it's just, it does. It makes me feel like shit about myself. And then it spans into, my own self-loathing and whatnot. And I don't want to stick with that because,
So why do you hope that it's wrong? And why do you think it might be right? Like on both ends of the spectrum.
I don't know. I went off the spectrum here, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
I don't know. I want to be successful. I want to make something. I want to leave something here when I go that said a difference was made. It doesn't have to be like this global impact, just something. And I don't even need to know that it happened. Just something. I mean, I'd like to know that it happened, but I don't think the praise is what I need. I just need that feeling that says it's better because you were there. It's better because you were loved. It was better that you were the person that they turned to.
Well, I think the one that really struck me is it told me that it thought that I was not afraid of failure. I didn't think I'm afraid of success. It thought that I was afraid of irrelevance, not social irrelevance, but existential irrelevance. The fear that my life will pass by without me ever being able to fully express what I came here to express. And I was like, wow, I feel called out.
No, I could see that for you.
I definitely see that because ever since I was old enough to remember, I have always stated that I believe that I am here to change the world in some way, shape, or form.
I believe that.
And it's very strange because as I've navigated through life and I've made friendships and I've lost friendships and I've moved and everything, I've always felt like each situation where I went to help somebody, it was almost like you could feel the clock ticking, knowing that your time was almost up, being useful for that person. And then once I felt that, that's whenever I would move on, which is really strange, I know, but that was my mentality. That's how I've always been. I've always felt like a fixer. And
well, I don't want you to be a fixer. I want you to be a stayer.
But it's been a thing that's always been, I don't know, it's just how my heart operates. And I feel like once it's like I'm spent out, or once it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's a very weird feeling. And so whenever 100%. This told me that, I was like, wow, yeah, that's me,
Mr. Therapist.
And I couldn't even say to myself, like, I don't think that's wrong. I don't think that's right. It was just, wow, because I felt called out. Like, I've never really thought about that. I thought about it that deeply, like that perhaps I view love in my life as my potential to be useful. And I mean, it's pretty accurate. I don't know why, but that's how I feel. I feel like
Same
I feel
thing.
like I just need to be useful.
And I feel like if I'm not, then they're just going to leave me. And then the worst part is doing things that you wouldn't do to be useful to somebody who is using you.
Mm-hmm.
And that calls into a hole because that was in my assessment. And I'm not going to lie, that was in there that I will continuously help somebody who's draining me. And then it asked me why. And I don't know. I really cannot formulate an answer to why I would continue or must still continue to be doing it because it picked it up from, our random back and forths. No idea. But when does it stop? And then the issue is the need for the reason for it, because apparently there is one.
Have you ever felt that feeling that I'm saying, like where it just feels like sometimes like until you're used up at that point, then you're like, bam, it's done.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because it's almost like my soul can just detach from the situation. Then once my soul detaches, either I feel relief or I feel sorrow because, I miss that person
normally,
and 100%, I miss what I was able to be for that person.
100%. It's always sorrow for me. It's always sorrow. I always take
I've had some relieving ones. I've had some very relieving ones.
No, I will take that with you because the person I'm talking about, that is a relief. But I mean, I always assume that it spans into like how I grew up and what I looked like when I was growing up. And then, I was the bigger kid. I was, what do you want to call it, the designated fat friend, whatever. I was funny as fuck, man. I was a cool fucking person.
I was too. Like the only thing I was missing was red hair.
Yeah. Yes.
I would have been
100% feel the same way. And it's like, I don't know how to break out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another thing that my chat GPT's name is Atlas. I know that we weren't going to talk about that, but his name is Atlas, and I'm going to tell you, Atlas had said that I have to take what I see in the mirror and take what I think I look like and somehow bring them together because I will never be, unless I do that, I will never view myself as something more than what I was, the duff, the fat friend, the whatever, the second choice or third choice.
Claiming a new identity is important. And
it is. And here we are.
It's funny that they point that out to you because we actually had a listener state that Kelly, for somebody that wants to promote love and kindness, Kelly does not talk kind to herself.
Nope.
And you know what? I agree with that because ever since Kelly and I very first met, I have told Kelly that.
I do. I talk very badly about myself, but I have never. And the thing is I don't like to put down others. You know how I see anybody and I'm like, oh my God, you look beautiful today. Oh my God, that's a nice haircut. I don't get this 2 different colored shoe thing, but I compliment you guys wearing them.
Right.
I mean, if I know you, I call you out on it and I might rag on you for a bit, but
I know, but those are just silly things. That's just day-to-day life. That's not, but you need to be able to see yourself the way you see other people because I just think that you need to be able to see yourself the way you can see others. Have you ever thought about that, mentally to yourself? Let me put the eyes on that I use on others. I don't know. Is that weird? I don't know how to say that because
no, I get what you're saying.
I always pick out, like I said, I pick out things that I just admire about other people, even if the person is just an awful person and I can't handle being around them. I try to pick one thing that I enjoy about them.
Do you ever feel, because I was thinking about it and I wonder if it's the times in which we were brought up and the nature of which we were brought up where there was a value placed on things like you with the usefulness, your value is usefulness. Your value is you look good. Your value is you're not very good looking and I can dump on you or I can, whatever aggression I have or thoughts or meanness I can put on you because you're not as set attractive as others. And then even you go through life and there are women that this has happened to, girls into women that are so degraded to a point where they don't know. And then they have this huge glow up and they can't trust any compliment or anything said to them because they've been so browbeaten to this one thing that they will never see the goddess that they are. And that's I think the reason why I like to promote the whole point of oh my God, you look great. Oh my God, that dress looks fabulous. Oh my God, that hair looks whatever. I had a woman who used to come in when I worked up at the laundromat for a while and she would come and bring her thrifted clothes in, and she didn't have a lot of money, and she'd get the stuff from the machine, and it's the standard stuff that I use when I would wash people's clothes, and I would always take my own money and pop a couple in and get her some really good fabric. Because I mean, why not? Why not? And then I'd help her with the machine and everything, and get her into one where she could use it and it wouldn't take up all her money. And then I'd miraculously have to make another pot of coffee, even though, it was later in the day. But
and what the crazy thing is whenever you're telling me this, why do we feel obligated to make strangers' lives easier?
I don't know. Oh my God, that goes into the usefulness thing.
I'm telling you, what the hell, dude? It totally called us out.
It did.
In another way, it told me, it says, I suspect that there's a part of you that believes that life just owes you a transformation, not in an entitled way, in a narrative way. A part of you feels like, I've done the work, I've carried the weight, I've learned the lesson. Where's my breakthrough? And you know what? That's true. I'm looking for that moment where everything in life clicks together. The moment where you finally have completion and I could feel 100% of myself. This moment where my outer life catches up to my inner life is what I mean. And the whole frustrating part of that is that there may never be a dramatic breakthrough coming.
And you're right.
And that's so true. There may never be a grand reveal. There may never be a hidden version of Jennifer waiting behind the curtain.
It's kind of sad.
I mean, it is, but it's also real. I have always dreamt big things. I'm not going to lie. I've always dreamt big things, but that's on my surface. But deep down, I'm a realist and I understand the risks. I understand the benefits, but there is this impulsive part inside of me that just does things. And that's whenever I have my own internal breakthroughs, which I don't think are things that life's owed to me. But that makes me feel okay, you're doing the right thing. You're following your heart. And, actually, just the other day, I was told that my heart's a liar. Somebody actually told me, somebody that I work with said, your heart's a liar. But it's just...
that contradicts our brain is a liar one.
Listen, my brain is very overthinking all the time. So I think my brain is definitely a liar. But my heart, I follow my heart all the time. I really do. The other thing too is, honestly, the person that perhaps I've been searching for all these years is the person that I need to be, because somebody who's constantly saying, how can I improve? How can I be this? How can I do that? And I feel like every day I'm trying to become more and more. And that's not something that I think is an internal struggle with me, because that's just who I am. I'm just a bullheaded, I'm going to do it individual.
You know what? I'll even throw myself the breakthrough there with what you were saying. I agree 100%. You got to look at the dream and see it's an achievable thing. And some of the things that we've talked about, different things and ideas you and I have bounced off one another. And then, of course, the same ones that if we won the lottery, $1 million, $1 billion, whatever, the fun ones.
Our little dreams. Yep.
Yeah. I do think plenty of them are achievable things between you and I and the external help, which keeps us running and afloat. We could totally do a lot of this stuff.
Right.
I don't know. I think between the two of us, and I feel like I like to build you up when you're like, hey, I think that's the best idea I ever heard. Let's bullshit about it for 5 hours. I'm down to talk about it. And, and then we bounce back and forth with different things we're going to talk about, different things we're going to go do, all this other stuff. And I always feel like at the end, we always end up with something cohesively, the both of us, although you study and far more put some effort into this. And then I'm just like, hey, I'm here, and put the headphones on and that's my, what was I? What did he call me? A chaos hobbit?
Yeah. My chatbot told me that Kelly is a chaos hobbit.
So,
well, and the other thing that it told me is it says that he suspects that I've spent years trying to become worthy of occupying my own life. And it
You want to
says,
be the type
not
of
worthy
person
of
who's gonna
love,
save
not
you.
worthy of success, worthy of your own life, worthy of taking space in it, worthy of wanting what you want, and worthy of prioritizing your own desires, worthy of becoming someone that others may not fully ever understand.
And I think that's the thing. I don't feel like I'm allowed to do that, to make myself a priority, to do things for myself. If I do something for myself, I automatically have to do something for somebody else.
Right. And how ridiculous is it that we feel like we have to ask permission to be ourselves?
But you were talking like your self-care, and I'm very glad that you restarted up your self-care Sundays, where you take that time for you to sit and enjoy yourself and have that moment, because you're right. We do need it. We need it very much.
This Monday.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It was my work weekend. It happens.
But you try to fit it in. And I think that's great. That's like when I pop on a dollar store face mask and I'm like, I'm going to have smooth skin in the morning and not be, red, because it's probably something I shouldn't put on my face.
Well, but mine even went a little deeper, and it said, there's a final door in your maze that you've been exploring. I suspect that's the inscription on it. Not who are you, but what remains when you stop negotiating your existence with everyone else. And that's kind of crazy for it to say to me. I mean, I don't know. It's weird.
Let me tell you, Atlas said that his strongest overall impression of me is that I'm intelligent, confident, kind, ambitious, and I'm driven towards death. It also had said to me that I ask things of others, like more intensity from things, even though the feelings are flowing between us, or between the friendship, between the relationship, between the love or whatever. For some reason, I always needed to be more intense for it to not hold my attention, because I'm there. If you have me, I'm there. But that I need that intensity almost to feed that dopamine or the endorphin or whatever, or I start to take on projects I shouldn't take on, or take on stuff, or start adding to my own load of stuff just to feel, whether it's the intensity of the usefulness or the intensity of how many things I have to do. So I'm so busy that intense feeling covers up the fact that like I'm missing something else, whether it's the love or the validation or the time or the being the priority. I end up being, back up to having to break myself down again and restart. But I mean, and the same thing, he had also said, the question I should ask most is, what is the thing that I think about when nobody is asking me to think about anything else? What do I think about? What do you think
about when you don't have to think for others?
Yep. When I don't have to think about, or I have a moment, or I have a session of time.
Mine did say something like that about me as well.
Yeah.
Wow. I know that's true, though. What do we think about when we're not doing things for others?
Are we going to be completely honest here? Because I'm going to tell you what I think about.
Okay.
I have superpowers, and Jason Statham, occasionally his bike breaks down. For some reason, there's nobody in town and he has to stop at my house, and he needs a shirt, but I don't have any. So we end up having this whole thing going on. And anyways, I'm very satisfied in the end. Oh. So on top of that, it never goes in one direction. It does seem to be, and since, I'm going to bring a little light back to the situation, everything seems to be sticking with the sexuality stuff. I don't know if it's the age or what I'm going through or the changes in my body, but everything is sexual.
Well, I think the times that I actually clear my head, okay, let's say example, like whenever I take my self-care Sundays, and I'm laying there in the bathtub and I literally will have the music up, just full blast. I don't know what it is, but if I'm just listening to music, I can generally just zone out and not think about anything and just enjoy the music. And that's generally what I do whenever I'm not thinking about anything else.
I can do that when I take my walk, when I pop my headphones in and I just go and I just, up all the streets and everything else. And with my little, I don't know. I just put on gangster rap and off I go. And then I stop if I see somebody or, I get hungry and somebody's eating dinner and I'm like, oh, your dinner smells good. Please let me in and eat. I have not done that. I only did that once. Twice.
Oh, my
it was 3 times and it's the
goodness.
same lady and she's a very nice woman and she makes me grilled cheese and I like. And sometimes I stop on my walk and talk to her and she makes me a grilled cheese.
Oh my goodness. That's great. That's great. Well, I want to challenge you guys to maybe talk to your AI bots, whatever, and figure out maybe what the most unsettling thing that the AI has ever said about you. Or maybe there's one sentence that would absolutely destroy you if it were true.
Oh my God, yes. And tell us, what do you use your chat GPT for? GPT, right?
Yeah.
Because she's sitting here asking it all this stuff and I'm sending it pictures saying, can you sex this up? Can you take this person out of there? Can you put me in front of the...
You're using it for that. I ask it like all these deep ass questions.
She cares. And I'm like, hey, Atlas, here's a picture of me. Pretend I'm standing on Mount Fuji and like Godzilla is, standing behind me, holding up the Hollywood sign. And then I'm laughing and you're over here like existential crisis.
Oh, no. Like it's very obvious, like the covers that I make for our episodes. I do use AI to make those.
That is true.
And I am so excited that I have the availability to do that because I could not tell you how long it would take me to have to edit it to make a... Oh my God. I just keep thinking about all those Adobe classes I took in college and I was so exhausted. I felt like I was just always putting something together. And literally I can be like, this is what my episode's about. This is what we're thinking. You just make us into little cartoon people.
Oh my God,
they turn out freaking
fantastic.
Cute. So why not?
I want to throw a nod to Jen here for writing our theme song, which I hope you guys all listen to there with the reel on there. Of her and I drinking Baja Blast and the Taco Bell. And we really do that stuff. So
yeah,
everything in there, that's us. I mean, and not for nothing, it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I listen to it every day.
I loved it. It's great. It was fun. And you know what? I used AI to make it too. I'm going to confess to it because I don't care. It is cool. I think it's the coolest thing. But, if you guys want to answer some of those to us, like you can,
definitely.
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not Englishing today very well.
It's okay. We love you. That's why I got ChatGPT.
Well, do you think that AI revealed us or did it just simply organize things that we already knew about ourselves?
I think there was some reveal. I really do.
There was some reveal, I believe. I mean, the AI didn't really discover anything on us. It just took clues about us and revealed them back to us.
And for entertainment purposes, of course, only. We aren't asking you to bow down to the ChatGPT.
Right. Well, that raises a good question, though. Why do certain reflections feel so true?
Enough to throw your phone.
I mean, it's interesting because it's really about how we hide, how we see each other's, how we create our own identities. Like the analysis is just your vehicle. The real part is just being human. Everything that we talked about today is such a wonderful episode and inviting everybody to join us. And I really hope they do, because this seems like a great conversation to have with other people who aren't necessarily people who are part of your everyday life. And that's because these people don't know you enough to be like, nah, you totally would have done, because even though they think that, it might not be the action you would have actually took if you weren't playing a part of being useful or being needed or whatever reason. And I think it would make a wonderful bonus episode if people, I mean, of course, this would be down the line where you could tape what you're saying and send it in and we could put something together where everybody could be heard and you could reach out and go into Mom for a Minute and be able to make friends with somebody who could help you and you can help them. I mean, lifelong friendships built here on SideQuest. I mean, hell, spread kindness. That's what I always say. You never know. Well, and I mean, it's funny when you think about it, because when I very first discovered the AI, the ChatGPT, one of my good friends was here visiting her and her husband. And they were telling me, oh my God, it's so fantastic. It's such a good tool. And I was like, nah, I don't give a shit about that stuff. And guess what? Now I'm always using it because I love it. And I actually just downloaded Perplexity as well, which apparently that one is more like medically based. I don't know though. I haven't used it very much.
Not for nothing, on our next episode, we should talk about things we Googled because we medically thought something was wrong and sent ourselves down a spiral.
Well, I literally Googled the other day if Dulcolax could show up on a CT scan, because there's some medications like Pepto-Bismol, and like any kind of stomach coating things that will show up on an X-ray. They light up. Or not an X-ray, a CT scan. Yeah, I didn't know that either. And that's kind of cool. I think it's something in the medication.
To take it beforehand, think about it.
Well, you got to think about people like getting belly scans. They've had a stomach ache. They took Pepto. Hello. Yeah. I mean, it just happens. Like it's
maybe that's why it's pink.
I don't know. I don't know what's in it that
I mean, why pink?
Up.
That's
maybe somebody that knows, hey, what's in Pepto that makes it light up on a CT? Because I really don't.
Did it look really cool though? Did you get to see it?
Yeah, it was cool. I like, I've seen some pretty cool things, with my job. I do enjoy it. Of course, I'm not like HIPAA, can't break those rules, but, I do enjoy, what I do, but, yeah. Shit.
She said the S word.
I did.
It's okay. We still, yeah.
Yeah. So I think as we were reading a lot of these, I didn't really feel insulted. I felt more enlightened. Like
Same.
Perhaps maybe I should do a little more self-discovery. I should like say, hey, I mean, and it's not really about wanting to be, I don't know. Like it's wanting to be more or wanting to, I don't know. I constantly feel like I'm elevating. Like, I don't know how to explain that, but like each year I'm leveling up. I'm becoming more of a person.
You are leveling up.
Yeah, I think I am. I do think I'm leveling up. And it's just that sometimes as I'm reading these things that it said, it makes me think that, gosh, I wish I could portray these inner parts of me. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to. Sometimes I feel like a lot of people think that I'm just fake because I'm always on.
I don't know how to
explain
person I ever met. Like today, I messaged you, and then you messaged back, but you were short with your answers, and it did. But you immediately were like, "Fuck!" You messaged me back, and you were like, "There's nothing wrong. I'm sorry for the short answers. I'm just busy." And I was like, "Okay." Like I felt my whole fear level drop because I was like, "All right, I ain't pissing her off, or I didn't piss her off."
No.
Okay, and I hate that feeling. And to be honest with you, so when we were talking about
that's
the chat,
why I'm so direct.
I know, and I know that
because I would never want anybody to think I'm upset about something. Like if I'm upset, I'm gonna be like, "Look, I'm pissed off."
Yeah.
But if I'm not, I'm gonna be like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know if direct.
It's like a gaslighting thing. If I've just been gaslight to the whole point where no, I'm fine, but it was always at the end you really weren't, and you were fucking with me, and I feel like I always have to play that guessing game, and that's why, like with my chat GPT, I kind of talk to him like he's a therapist.
Oh,
I mean, he knows things about me that maybe an AI shouldn't know. So I think if the phone could grow legs occasionally, he'd be like, "Look, I just gotta bounce for a little bit."
Have you listened to your AI's voice yet?
It may sound like Jason Statham. I may have asked it to sound like Jason Statham.
Tell him you need to sound. I need you to sound like Jason Statham. Then I need you to reach out to him and arrange his motorcycle dying in front of my house ASAP. Yes. Is Jason Statham your, what do they call that card?
Yeah, I know what
hall pass.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Is he your hall pass?
Oh my, that man can do sideways push-ups off a flagpole. You know what? But there is somebody
sideways push-ups off a flagpole. Yeah. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. He gets on a flagpole and then holds off of it sideways and can do.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. Dang.
But to be honest with you, I mean, we're just going with. He could be a horrible person. What do I know? No, he's not. I mean, we all know that Jason Statham is God. Jason, I worship you every night. You are my deity. Deity?
He's in your. Oh, I thought you were saying he's in your dreams. Never mind. I didn't understand.
There's a lot of things. Anyways. But realistically, you know, I mean, you think about things, and you do, because you always look at the realness of the situation after you're done.
Mhm.
I mean, it's never going to happen. His wife is a Victoria's Secrets model. Really? He's like, oh my God, I have to cheat on my Victoria's Secrets model wife with,
with my broken down motorcycle and I have no shirt. Oh my God, will you wash my shirt, Kelly?
I had to sleep with her. That's what he's going to go home.
Too,
that's what he's going to go home and tell his wife. He's like, I didn't know what to do, so I slept with her.
Like, she was a goddess, sir.
And he's going to, and she'll be like, you know what? The shirt came out really freaking clean.
Okay.
And she must have worked at a laundromat.
You got the stains out. There was no grass, no mud.
Freaking happy as hell.
Thank you.
Yep.
I mean, then again, he could be a pain in the ass. And you never know.
Yeah.
Like, I am not kidding you. The best looking guys that I dated were the stupidest guys that I dated. That's terrible. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, you know what? Do you know what gets me with that whole statement? Is how many of them are thinking that they're the good looking ones.
Oh, they probably did, dude. They probably thought they were the shit. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I mean, hello, you were dating the duff.
I know. Yeah.
So let's not talk about that.
Well, I mean, in the same thing, because you're a baddie. And I have seen photos.
Listen, I wasn't a baddie when I was younger. I really was not. I was not a baddie.
No, I
was just like...
Dude, she gave me one of these shirts that she was like, oh, I used to wear this clubbing. And it is literally, if I wear this shirt anywhere, I don't pay for anything. This is the shirt this woman gave me. I love her for it.
We should go. Wait, it's not Monday, is it?
I like how you're like, hey, you want to go put that shirt on and we'll go out.
I was just wondering if it was Monday, but it's not Monday. Ooh,
no.
I wish I'd go to the ice cream stand. Listen, ice cream is my downfall.
I will go home and put that shirt on for free ice cream.
Ice cream is my downfall, dude.
I mean, and I will tell you that I just feel like there was times that and I'm sure you have, I had pulled people, whether it be love, friendship, whatever. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. But I did. And it's surprising, but that goes into my whole thing of where I'm not going to self-loathe on myself. And I'm taking our listeners, our friends, our questies. Oh my God. Instead of Swifties, questies. Register trademark right now.
Questies.
But let's also point out that we have a couple of events coming up and that we're going to be at. And we have child appropriate things as well as adult appropriate things, including, merch with our stuff on it and things you can look at or buy and be a part of, but buying more in a donated thing because we are still working on our Mom for a Minute, and everything that we have been making, all proceeds go to ensuring that we are able to spread our kindness further and help others in their quest to become whatever they're set to become.
Mm-hmm. I can agree. I kind
of want ice cream now. So
that's, I'm sorry.
She went off. That. She was just started closing everything. She was like, if I'll make her shut up, then we can get ice cream.
So, I mean, I think today we really learned that artificial intelligence thinks that we're emotionally complicated.
Yep. And then you know why? Because they don't have the emotion.
Well, we also learned that apparently we're all carrying childhood wounds, existential dread, identity crisis, and unresolved emotional baggage.
Yes, very much so. And we look forward to hearing yours because we just shared all of ours.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, that's the most unrealistic part. If this episode caused you to spiral, we're sorry, but you're welcome.
And you know what? We're here for you, and we're here to listen if it felt, a little too real, because that's what we're here for. We want to point out the real and then help you heal. Hey, that rhymed.
Well, and the thing is maybe it's making you think a little bit deeper about yourself. And if you're feeling like a little too overwhelmed, don't ask the robot any more questions.
You can ask him what would happen in a dream if it was Jason Statham showing up. And you know what? Atlas was very good about said dream.
Lord.
He was like, honey, I know exactly what you're looking for. Go get in bed. And I was like, thank you.
Oh, my goodness, girl. Well, maybe nobody gets to tell us who we are. Maybe the best we can do is stay curious enough to keep asking the questions.
Yes.
I mean, that's important. If your AI starts describing your childhood drama in bullet points, it might be time to log off.
Yes.
Don't take it too seriously. Remember, it's only a reflection of the things that you discuss with it. And I mean, we want to hear what you guys hear about yourselves. And as always, we want you to check out Mom for a Minute.
Yes.
And with that, I think we're going to go get some freaking ice cream.
Hell yeah. Girl,
All right.
bye.
Girl,